All right.
Want to start us off on this one?
I will as soon as it takes off. Here we go. All right, so starting in the bottom left-hand corner, he is currently down by 1. He needs to win this if he wants to bring it to a third game. We have our red Terran player, GhostGambit.
And in the top right part of the map, we have his opponent currently up by 1 game. It is a man that ever so much loves his macro and his AI games. It is Zrqkyvx. But yeah, you see what I meant in that last game, right? He'll probably do the exact same thing here.
Good, solid
Expand
macro
again,
game.
build a lot of stuff, walk over his opponent. That's his very simple game plan, and he sticks by that hard. Now, I want to see what Ghost has up his sleeve here.
Well, I mean, so those of us that have played on the ladder quite a bit, for those of us that, even if we haven't played on the ladder all that much, and we just pay attention to like what's going on, you can get into Gold League with scouting, good macro, good army composition, and then 1Aing across the map.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think in the past, some people would say you could get to Diamond like that. That's not as true anymore because there's a lot of former Diamond players in Gold. So you have to get over that hill, and that generally ends up being what stops you in a lot of cases. But it is effective. It is very strong. Granted, you can also get to about plat by 2-raxing well.
Every game.
If all you want is that rank, there are ways to get it that are cut and dry. But if you want, they're not always the most fun thing in the world. To be fair, I mean, everybody buys the game and they see those giant things in the back of the box with battle cruisers and carriers, and you're like, I want to build that stuff, and you find out you have to earn your way to that. It is hard.
Even when you earn your way to that, like you
earn your way to carriers, and you're like, I guess I'll build Tempests instead.
Yeah, even then you don't really build the big beefy units because the smaller ones are just so much better.
Yep.
There's so much more disposable. So the big, fleet type units just never get built in real games.
Yeah. Except for battle cruisers, if the game goes long enough. Battlecruiser Raven, man. So good.
That's why I like what they're doing with battle cruisers in Legacy of the Void, because they're making the top tier units like super overpowered to start with.
Yes.
So that it kind of makes you think, oh, if this is like super OP, then it's kind of worth it to go get it.
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping they would modify those slightly so that they started with exactly enough energy for 1 warp. Because I want someone to rush the battle cruisers, damn it. But if you have to sit there and wait a minute for them to charge, it's not as worth it.
Rush cattle bruisers and then just warp over their
yeah. I mean, to be honest, the way it was ended up being used in that show match where they ran them across the map and then blinked back, so to speak, with them is probably smarter. But nothing beats the expression on your opponent's face when a battlecruiser appears over all of his workers.
It just magically appears over the map.
Yes. It's like, you
I
jerk.
think what they should do with battlecruisers is make them more realistic to how they are in the universe, apparently. And just make it so that the battlecruisers, like, you build a battlecruiser and it's never on the map, it's just floating in space.
The mothership would actually encompass the entirety of the map if they did that. It is literally that large.
Like, you never actually see it, it's just occasionally it shoots at stuff on the map.
Yeah. Well, strictly speaking, that's actually what the Protoss mechanic in Legacy of the Void is for the campaign.
That's
the
awesome.
Spear of Adun floats above the battlefield and, like, shoots stuff, gives you reinforcements, and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I like the idea, honestly.
I like
very Protoss-y.
I like how this cast is degenerated into us talking about Legacy of the Void.
That's because we're waiting for
actually develop.
They've both expanded now. Okay, we'll comply and talk about this. What are we looking at here? The basics here. Zrqkyvx hit 30 workers. GhostGambit's gone up to 19. He's now expanded. He's a little bit further on, I think, in tech. Yeah. Zrqkyvx is starting to branch up a bit.
Yep, and Zrqkyvx is currently getting his 3rd orbital command.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
At this point in the build, I think this is generally just used to increase SCV production.
Yep.
You don't usually take the base immediately with this.
But it does give him the option. So if he's got the orbital command already built and it starts generating energy when he's ready to push out and take that third base, he can take the third base and then just mule it up, and all of a sudden he's got a fully saturated third base.
Yeah. So one thing I will remind everybody who just heard me yap about that, and they think that's a spoiler, it might not be. They yapped about the Heart of the Swarm mechanics, and they turned out to become a little bit different than what they had originally stated when the actual game came out. So I like the idea, is all I'm saying. But it might not end up being that. I still don't think we're going to be running around with Artanis as a hero and Kerrigan style. Not likely. Banshees! Zrqkyvx likes this build.
It's a good build. I mean, it's a solid build, especially if you can get the Banshees out before the missile turrets come down.
You know, he did get them there just slightly before they actually started.
Yeah, and he could have actually started attacking with them before Cloak was even finished.
I think this map might be slightly smaller, so this might actually work out a little better for him. One siege tank, no bunker at the front. I think in a lot of other cases, there are some people that might look at that and go, huh. But against Zrq, this is totally reasonable. He's probably not going to attack you before 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Zrq's, he's actually playing the third base down, and he's got a handful of Marines at the front. Oh, he's got a full squad of Marines at the front if this was Brood War. Oops. Mice are hard, guys. Mice are hard, just so you know. That Banshee getting spotted by a Marine. Looks like Zrq's going to try and catch it before it can get anywhere. Cloak's going to be done in 6 seconds. He's going to start working. Oh, focus fire that one SCV. Come on, do it. Yes, there we go. Okay, now the scan goes down. Banshee gets picked off, and Zrq's going to go back to doing what he does best, and that would be macro.
Pretty much. But yeah, as I was just saying in chat to Luffy, they did actually spoil something huge in that panel. If you go looking for BlizzCon panels, like on YouTube, don't look up the Legacy of the Void Campaign 1. Trust me. They spoil something massive at the beginning of it. Well, massive if you're a Protoss fan. If you're not, you might not really care. But don't worry, I'll keep it to myself.
I'm trying, like, I remember watching the panel, and I'm trying to, like, remember what would be, like, a huge spoiler.
Ask me in between, or I can type it to you.
No, it's all good. If you type it to me, it'll show up on screen.
Oh, well, forget that. Yeah, so but yeah,
good. I'll come up with this. It'll be my challenge for the game.
Oh yeah, see if you can figure it out by the end of the series.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100%.
I'm like desperate. I can't give you any clues. It gives it away too easily. Oh, it's logical.
It is. It could be a couple of things.
It's logical, Mr. Spock.
Yes. Okay, so it looks like Zrq's pushing out. He's looking for the third base that isn't there, and now he sees that there's no third base. It looks like he's just going to try and push in. There's a scan going down, seeing what's at the front. The 2 siege tanks, the one on the high ground, will cause a bit of hate and discontent, so it looks like
Zrq he's like, nope.
Just get more Marines. More Marines and Marauders, man.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with those.
He's activated the Nopadar. There's too much nope on the screen, so he's backing off. That's a good scan. I appreciate that. Too many people will scan there and just be like, I guess I'll go anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Zrq. Well, there's actually adequate defenses for a drop. If he takes a bunch of units and goes in there, that's going to be bad. Oh, no! The defenses are there. He's not reacting in time.
Run away! No!
It's free. Awful. But it gives Ghost a fighting chance there, because I think if the army actually did run at the front, he might have killed everything.
Oh, man, that would have been brutal if he had lost his front army and the drop.
Oh.
Because that was... Oh, that was a lot. That was 24 Marines he just lost.
That's rough. Okay, whole army's going to back around to the other side. This is a vulnerable location. There are no missile turrets here.
He could actually drop at the mineral line of the natural and just clean up all those SCVs and then just bail.
Oh, looks like he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Scan first this time, Zrq. You did it before. Okay,
he's not going to. He's relying on his information from beforehand.
Drop curse. There are some units and siege tanks in position, though, so you can't do too much. Dropping
Oh, he
Oh,
drops the siege tanks and do splash damage to the SCVs.
one...
And
That's
then
kind
just
of
ran away. I like that. That's micro without actually microing.
Or he won over it, found the siege tank was still there, and he's like, shit, and left without dropping any more units. Although you would have been able to tell if he had clicked D on them to drop them, because he would have just... Oh, whoa, he's just running at the front into the 3 siege tanks, and this is going exceptionally well for Ghost. He unsieged a couple of them.
Like, he even landed his Vikings in order to fight this off, and cleaned it all up quite nicely.
And essentially nothing has changed. Ghost is still at 84 supply, and Zrqkyvx is still at about 105.
So I'm going to say that was a ploy by Zrqkyvx. He wanted to free up some supply in order to make more Marines.
He killed his Marines to make more Marines?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was the master plan the whole time, because he's now dropping an additional... he had 4 racks queued up, but one of them got canceled because Marines were in the way. And
I'm sorry, continue.
He's just building Marines. He's got another command center that's being turned into a planetary right now at his back door by the 3rd. And he's got another command center coming down to land for the 4th.
Thing is, I actually think this is a good strategy here. I mean, he's got the better economy. He knows that he can just rush up to 200 supply and go from there. He's spending his money exceptionally well, too, at this stage of the game.
He is. I mean, it is quite difficult to, have all of your barracks on one hotkey and just press, 4 and then hold down M. That's how I play Terran, at least.
Strictly speaking, the thing that's impressive here is his gas.
Yes.
Keeping that down is tough as Terran in general.
Yep.
And he's pulling off quite well. Then again, now I need to actually check how many places is he actually mining gas. He only has 3 of them. That does help.
He's got 3 of them.
Holy crap, mules. Look at the 3rd base.
He's very smartly.
Just 1 on each patch.
He's got to be able to hold down that M key a little bit longer, man. That's TVT right there. You just hold down M and win. As we've seen from any game between Polt and Bomber, you hold down M and win the game.
Look, it works. M, throw in a few mines.
Yeah.
With micro, you're good.
I'm a little sore. I'm a little sore because every time Polt goes up against Bomber, he pretty much just gets spanked. But because Polt doesn't know how to hold down M hard enough, he just can't do it, man. Scan going down again. He sees the big old army.
See, he doesn't just hold it down. He holds it down precisely so that he's not putting too many Marines in, and then he gets the maximum number of possible barracks to 15, and then he goes back at the exact right time, hits M for the duration necessary for 15 Marines, and never too much until he gets to late game. Then he just max queues them.
Yep. I'm loving the extra command centers that he's building. I have no idea if he's going to turn these into planetaries or if he's going to turn them into.
Or he will try to take every base in the map. He's done both. This is what he does. This is his late game.
Why is this
this is not a good idea. Oh, there goes a bunch of supply already.
Yep. Well, it freed him up so he can make more. But now he knows that there's nothing there, so he can just fly these directly in, boost them in, land, and just kind of clean up all the infrastructure. Yeah. This is going to force Ghost to come back. He's also sneaking the Marines by.
The Marines are not sneaking in. Those things are dead. They're not coming home. He's going to try and kill some siege tanks. He might get one. No. Okay.
Yeah, so he killed off several Marines. But in the meantime, this mass bio army that's just wrecking the main base of Ghost.
Ghost is just paralyzed. He doesn't know what to do. Okay, he's pulling his stuff back.
Zrqkyvx macro is just crushing.
My goodness, he's already maxed again.
He's good to go. I see what he's doing now, because he's gonna lose this entire army, and then he's just gonna attack the same size army from the normal attack path.
So here's the thing: Zrqkyvx has, I think, 10 barracks, all of them with reactors.
Yep, and he's
producing 20 Marines at a time.
And he is on it too. He is producing 20 Marines at a time right now. He's using the Marines to pick off these Vikings because they overextended a little bit, picked off quite a few of them. Looks like 2-2 versus 2-1, so he's got the upgrade advantage. Yeah, this is pretty brutal.
Oh my gosh, this is
He's gonna come around
time
to
for
this
the
side.
Zerg Terran. Here we go.
Yeah, he's gonna come around to this side. He's gonna pick off this what once was a third command center.
Yeah, and if you think about 30 dudes with machine guns shooting down a battle cruiser, that's not something that should ever happen in this universe.
And I apologize to everyone on stream.
By the way.
My neighbors are dicks.
Oh.
They're a bunch of jerks.
Are they vacuuming or something?
No, somebody just drove by with a massive Harley, and it was super loud and annoying. Like, I felt my chair vibrate. That's how loud it was.
Oh, wow.
God,
I did hear a rumbling noise. It wasn't that bad.
Okay, good, because it was massively loud. Like,
But yeah, back to my point. Battle cruisers would never die to a bio army. They would have. One battle cruiser would evaporate a bio army probably.
If it was realistic in
Which,
this makeup,
let's be glad it's not.
one battle cruiser would die within about half a second to this Marine force.
Yeah,
because he's going up to 3-3 right now. I think. Yeah, he should be on 2-2. Yeah, he's going up to 3-3 right now.
but
It's just insane.
Add-on complete.
yeah, believe me, I'm totally fine with not having realism in that sense with the lore. Like some of the stuff in the lore is literally insane. We don't need it. It's
Okay,
fine.
Zrqkyvx is taking both gold bases right now.
Yep.
He's like, okay, you don't want to expand? I'm just going to keep expanding.
He's gonna power up. Now he's his opponent's building factories. Interesting. I guess Ghost at this point could just build a giant number of siege tanks, and that really would hold against this for a while.
So I'm actually kind of curious, because if he has an armory at all, he could build a crap ton of Hellbats.
That would help
That
a
would
little
help
bit.
a lot.
Oh,
But yeah,
on
siege
ban-
tanks. Siege tanks are definitely the way to go here.
sacrificial medevac,
Alright,
followed by non-sacrificial medevacs.
alright, so all the medevacs have made it into the base. He is now dropping. Now he's moving the medevacs around a little bit. And now the Marines are wreaking havoc in the main base of Ghost again.
Now Ghost has opted for a very stationary strategy, so he can't really do much about this except kill the medevacs. Kinda? Nope, never mind.
Yeah, he pushed it like Zrqkyvx just pushed Marines forward. Actually, I think the AI does that automatically. Like if the medevac gets targeted and it's getting shot at, the Marines will push forward and kill it off. And
Oh, there you go.
Level 3 is about to finish upgrading. A couple of Marines coming up to try and do this.
Oh, but here comes the flank, and oh, look at those Marine bodies go flying. This is hilarious, actually.
Man, I'm really glad I kept the physics on Ultra.
Look at that.
Like I keep seeing rifles spinning in the air. That was insane. That was just a massive.
There was enough Marines to cut through that. Look at how many
That
people
was-
died. That was amazing.
That was ridiculous. That was